Alright, let's get started. We're back on Death and Taxes, and we probably will be all week. I guess the week's kind of almost over for me. We'll be streaming Death and Taxes today and Friday for sure. And, I don't know. Not really sure what my plans are. A lot of playing by ear, kind of getting back in the saddle after being off so long during the holiday season. But we're going to jump back in it with some Death and Taxes, which I have not played in a fair bit, but coming hot off of the 15-0 that we had 2 weeks ago or whatever. What up, Moxel? I think I'm just going to be playing the exact same list. I haven't really been like disappointed with a lot of the matchups. I feel pretty decent where I am right now. There apparently has been a recent influx of like Blue-Red Delver, which I have a really good win rate against. But there might be like some sort of deck building consideration that I should be doing against that deck. I don't know what it would even look like though. What's my record against that deck? 5-0, alright. Pretty good win rate. Don't really know what I would even like consider sideboarding. Like, we already have a lot of good removal spells against, like, True Names and, like, Paths and stuff. Like, probably just something in place of this Howled Spearkeeper. I have seen a lot of Grixis online recently, but Grixis is still one of the most played decks I've seen online. But anyway, I'm not going to make any deck building considerations yet. I have not really seen any large shifts in the Legacy metagame or anything. What's up, Yahenny? So we're just gonna jam. Yesterday we played Full Color Loam, and it was not exactly indicative of the Legacy metagame. It was 3 blue-white Stoneblade decks, Sneak and Show, and then mono black Reanimator, and it was just a mess. So I'm not really confident in saying like, oh yeah, the metagame is definitely shifting. I think the metagame's kind of reached just like equilibrium more or less for now. I guess Legacy's never really in equilibrium. It's usually like some like the mid-range decks came, or like the slow control decks came up, like Miracles and Grixis, and then the post decks came out of the woodworks to beat them, and then the combo decks were beating back the post decks, and it's kind of more of a cycle than an equilibrium then. I'm looking at capsule hotels and they're the coolest shit I've seen them all. Yeah, I stayed at a capsule hotel once. When I was, when I did a study abroad in Japan, I had my RPTQ qualification happened while I was in Japan, so I was like, well, I guess I'm doing my RPTQ here. And the only RPTQ in Japan was in Tokyo, so I took a weekend and I went to Tokyo, and I stayed overnight in a capsule hotel, and it was hilarious. Capsule hotels are really neat. Also, like, the concept of capsule hotels is absolutely mortifying if you were to, like, try to implement it in the US, because there's no door. You just, like, put a little curtain over the little capsule, and that's just horrifying. Like, why would you ever do that? Asia's big on capsule hotels? Yeah, definitely. God, my computer restarted. All my windows are wrong. I usually have them all, like, sized properly on my other screen here, so I can look at all the different things that I have open, but nope. Now they're all just horribly sized. Alright. Playing... Alright, this is a decent hand. No Aether Vial, but, you know, I'm not gonna pass up Mom Thalia hands, especially with, like, a bunch of good grindy tools as well. Finally got my Box Topper Crocuses. Those are really nice. I kind of want to see those in person. I don't think I would get them, just personally. I like the Judge Crocus well enough, but I haven't seen any box topper at all in real life, so. Rug Delver? I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Gonna daze the mom? Nope. This Delver doesn't flip, we can even try to like Ballista down the Delver, but just playing Thalia or something is also a good plan. Oh, nice, Delver didn't flip. And they didn't daze the mom, which means they might not daze the Ballista. They could force the Ballista. Or like Ponder or Brainstorm into the daze here. Excited to see you play this. I struggle more than I like against Rug. It could be like Bug Delver, but I think Rug is more likely than that. Although I don't expect to see Rug very often either. Had a buddy order some mining exchange for some random expeditions. Cool, cool. I need to go out. I haven't played Paper Magic in a while. Bant Delver, yeah. I had a friend in college who tried to make Bant Delver work for like years. It's just, this is the actual worst colors for a Delver deck. Somehow worse than fucking blue-white Delver. Yeah, those are generally how you lose. Like, the good hate cards like Sulfur Elemental are just like getting Delvered. They play a bunch of threats, and you don't have a lot of good answers. I'll block. Wait, do I block? Do I block? I feel like I want to block. They don't have an answer for this mom, though? Maybe I don't. I mean, I have Ballista and Jailer to try to deal with this Delver. Maybe I don't block. I feel like this is just such a good block, though. I think I'm just happy to kill this. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I think we're just gonna run Thalia into like a possible daze or something. I think Stoneforge is more important at this stage in the game, especially when we're on the draw. Yeah. I could always Wasteland next turn if I want to. Truckpod, thanks for the sub. I appreciate the support. Yeah, there's their days. That's fine. Now we can, like, Stoneforge Wasteland or something. I might not even Wasteland, we'll see. Yeah, they're just playing on the same land, so I don't know. They don't have anything? I could Stoneforge plus Vial. That might actually be better, too. A Vial's a little awkward, especially if I cast the Stoneforge, just because it's not really gonna do anything yet. But I think it might be better than Wastelanding them. At this point, I'd rather Wasteland them off of red if they're just not casting anything on 2 mana. They could Stifle my Mystic here. Maybe I try to play around Stifle. It's like Vial port them. Do I care if they Stifle me? Kind of. I don't think we're in any rush. They're up to 2 mana and they have 5 cards in. I guess they could Spell Pierce this, which I guess I don't really care. But I probably should have just played my land. Maybe I cast Stoneforge now. Now that I just like got my thing Spell Pierce for no reason. Yeah. I'm just gonna like run this into a second daze too and just feel like an absolute moron. Yeah. Still like pretty far ahead. I mean, we just like slam Jailer on turn 4 with no target. The dream is that they play Goyf and we just Jailer it. Probably played that turn about as badly as possible. Oh, they're gonna Wasteland me. That's mean. do they have mandrills in their deck over the goose? Cool. This jailer's going to be good if we can get to it. I think we're just going to run out Ballista. I don't want to spend my turn going land go. I hope they force this. Yeah, I played that turn really atrociously, but I don't feel like I'm very far behind at all. Like, if this jailer doesn't get dazed or forced, then we just win the game on the spot. The trouble is they might have a force. Especially with how long that pause was on that Ballista, but I can't imagine they were, like, considering forcing this. Yeah, sure. Meh. Don't force me. Imagine if they're not casting any spells, so they have Force Hand. Yep. Force Pitch Force, sure. It's starting to get scary now. A lot of good draws, though. Fortunately, I shouldn't have 6. I have a Ballista in play. What's their last card? Just another land, maybe? A lot of good draws here. Not really one of them. At least lets me pump the Ballista, though. Getting close to the build to getting to be able to block the mandrills. We're not blocking this turn, though, so... Just pump attack. Yeah. This last card in hand could be like a land, could be a stifle, could be another mandrills. It's got 6, right? I don't know, if it was another mandrills, they could cast it. They just, like, fetch, pay 3. Yeesh. Yeah, played against 3 straight blue-white Stoneblade decks. It was a mess. Now we'll think about blocking, so... I'm gonna pump on their turn in case they have, like, Stifle. Use their mana on their own turn. Kind of scared to go to 4, but really risky getting blown up by a removal spell here. What the heck? Is this, like, secretly not? Is this actually, like, Bant Delver? They have not shown me a second color yet. This thing attacks is a 5/5 now? Guess I should just ping off the Hierarch. So we try to lessen the blow by 2 damage. I get wrecked by Stifle, which my opponent hasn't really had an opportunity to cast yet. Going to 4. At least we're not going to 3, because we got to ping off the Hierarch. So we're not scared of, like, getting bolted out of the game. They don't have Bolt, though. I think they would have cast a Bolt a long time ago. Even if it would just, like, bolt the Mother of Runes or something, bolt the Ballista before the Hierarch gets in. I think we're just going to go to 4. Good draws. Alright, so the only plan is hope my opponent doesn't have a removal spell and just double block. And protect the Ballista with the Mother of Runes. My opponent has a removal spell, we just fucking die. Oh, shit. That's really annoying. Can we not? So now we have to block. I guess I could have tried this last turn, because if the pro-green works... then we could have actually technically traded here. Because I get to deal it 2 damage, and then I can ping it for 2. I wonder if I'm supposed to do that here. Probably not. I don't like being at 2 life against a deck. I don't know if my opponent is a Bolt deck anymore with their like weird-ass Noble Hierarchs. But I think keeping this Ballista alive is pretty important. 2's the same as 1, so we can just run back the same trick next turn. We did draw a bunch of lands in a row, and I get punished for not playing the land that one turn. Didn't expect to draw 4 lands in a row, though. Kind of wanted to draw some spells in between there. Opponent have Bolt in their deck, in their Noble Hierarch Hooting Mandrels Delver deck. It's gonna play like Trin Nemesis and just murder me. Delver, sure. Very easily beatable. Oh, nice. Stoneforge Mystic. That's pretty good. So just get GTA, I guess? I could just, like, Stoneforge GTA equip. It's a little risky if, like, anything along those lines get countered, though. I want to get it online, but maybe I should wait a turn. Because if they, like, force the Stoneforge... well, then we can still pump. If they force the GTA, we can still pump, right? Because we just have 8 lands. So I guess it's not that risky. Yeah, the last 2 cards are force. Force bitch days, sure. Kill Delver and be able to block Mandrels. We can already block Mandrels here. Unless they, like, top deck a removal spell, I guess. Because we can pro-green it. We take 1, go to 1. They draw, like, a Noble Hierarch, I guess? No, we don't die. We can just double block with Ballista and Mom if need be. Cool, they draw a land. So we get to take 1 damage here. Kill the Mandrills. Oh shit, Batterskull. That's a pretty good draw. So my opponent doesn't top deck a Lightning Bolt. Oh, they do have red in their deck. Look at that. The Rug Delver with Noble Hierarch? And Hooting Mandrills. What the hell? Alright, well, there's no point in wastelanding them. Just hope they don't top deck Bolt here. This Noble Rug. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that exists? Please don't bolt me. That'd be really sad. Nice, we did it. We won. Despite my horrendous play for several turns. We won in spite of me. Why don't I see your cardboard live list? Oh, I might have not activated it. God, I do hate it that Cardboard Live tends to forget your little token a lot. You kind of have to redo it. Deck. Death and Taxes, update. There you go. Try that. Try refreshing the stream or something. The deck was featured on the Dead Format podcast. Might be playing against the co-host of that podcast. Not sure what his motive account is. Yeah, this deck doesn't seem like... Got disrupted. Did we win game one? Yeah, we won game one. Barely. Despite my horrendous play on turn 3. Which very nearly almost lost me the game. But we still won, so that's cool. What do I want to do in the face of Noble Hierarch, Delver, Hooting Mandrills? I have to imagine there's true names in that deck. Like, Noble Hierarch and a true name is such a powerful thing. So I like, want to cut Jailer, because Jailer's so bad against, true name. I guess Revoker, Revoker actually does hit Noble Hierarch, notably, but clearly a no justice stream. Oh, for sure. We did not deserve to win that game at all. I played very poorly. Just that one turn could have easily lost me the game if my opponent had drawn a little bit better at the end of there. I guess we also drew terribly, to be fair. We just happened to have a Ballista in play when we flooded out. My opponent did not. My opponent had a Hooting Mandrills in play when they flooded out, so... I'm okay keeping in a Jailer until I see it. There's no way there's not True Name in this deck, right? In a Noble Hierarch deck. So I'd like it's Delver removals, wasn't that it? Yeah, for sure bringing just Paths and Council's Judgment, but like, if they're on like just Rug Delver, I don't hate Palace Jailer. But if they're on True Names, then I kind of hate Palace Jailer. I think I'm just gonna run it like this. Why not? One Palace Jailer ain't gonna kill me. It's good against their non-true name draws, too, and we do have, like, Council's Judgments to try to fight against true names. This probably is not a keep. Especially on the draw versus the Days deck, versus the post-board Ancient Grudge deck. This hand's much better. I like Second White Source, but this hand doesn't really need it yet. Kind of want to shove it. Yeah, bottom 8, get kind of greedy. We can already cast everything in our hand. Well, another non-wasted landable land is nice against the Delver deck, but... I do think Avenger's really good now. Specifically because, like, Delver's on an uptick. But I'm okay with playing the Remorseful Cleric right now. Because they both are equally good against Delver of Secrets. Avenger's really nuts in the mirror, though. I don't... Do I bolt the bird? Guess I probably do. If they just, like, slam a true name, it's so bad for me. They're pretty far away from my mandrels. Yeah, I'd probably bolt the bird. Turn 2 pass. Alright, well, that worked out well. Jam Thalia into the days because we have duplicates. And I just end a turn bolt it, maybe? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Sure. Clearly, we should like Tithe Taker. Get out of my stream. This is a no Tithe Taker stream. Yeah, Spirit Keeper is a very narrow card. I've been playing it specifically because it's so nuts against Grixis, but if you're not seeing a lot of Grixis, then it's totally fine to cut. But he just, like, steals game ones versus Grixis. It's also, like, fine against most of the Delver decks. I like him more than Crusader against the Lightning Bolt Delver decks, which is, I guess, most of them. Just because Crusader's so bad against Lightning Bolt. Yeah, well... I think I'm just going to continue to run out Thalias for a little bit here. If my opponent has answers to my stuff, I want him to be answering Thalia since we're just drawing a bunch of them. What was this? True name? Yep. So now I need to hope my opponent does not have an answer to my Sword of Fire and Ice. Drawing the Recruiter is okay here. Nothing super good to recruit right now. My Stone Forging into Sword and just porting? That seems bad. What would I recruit? 15 minutes on the clock. Just look at my deck here. I feel like I'd just be recruiting, like, another Stoneforge. Or maybe, like, Spirit Keeper. Or... But yeah. So I don't think Recruiter's great. I guess we just, jam a Stoneforge. Go get Sword of Fire and Ice to try to fend off this true name. Fortunately, my opponent is Rogue Delver, so there's a chance that they're just gonna Ancient Grudge my sword. Those cost them 3 mana, though, so we might be able to, like, try to finagle something with these ports. What's up, all the time? Let's upkeep Brainstorm. Sure. They have the fetch, so this isn't, like, necessarily a bad Brainstorm here. Feels good when your opponent upkeep Brainstorms in response to the port when they don't have the fetch in play. Yeah, Blizzard has just been, like, really nice. I just like drawing it. It's a little clunky sometimes when it's in your hands where you're trying to curve out with Vile, Because it's like, oh, when you go like Vile, Port, whatever, Vile in your 2-drop, you can't Vile in Ballista, so Ballista and Port have that anti-synergy, but it's just like so good when you just find it late game against some of these other decks. So I posted about not liking Modern format. I wanted to ask what's your opinion on it. I enjoy playing Magic because I enjoy like making meaningful decisions and like trying to like leverage my skill versus my opponent's skill and like interacting and me or my opponent getting punished for like very like micro decisions during kind of like I don't know. I don't want to like sound like hoity-toity about it, but like kind of like playing chess. It's like it's very skill intensive, but obviously there is a lot more luck to it than chess is based on like matchups and hands and stuff like that. But Modern feels super dice rolling and gross to me right now. Like a lot of the best decks are just like not looking to like be interested in what your opponent is doing at all. Just like throwing your hand on the table and saying, "Hey, can you beat this one?" No, all right, let's go game 2. There's a lot of matchup roulette because Modern has like 9,000 different decks, and most of them are pretty unplayable, but people keep playing them. And I also don't think that Modern really rewards you for being like a dedicated player of a deck. I think to like be successful in Modern, you need to be a lot more flexible and like be able to switch between decks. Pawn only has 2 mana up here, so we might be able to get this sword trigger. Because they have like a fucking Nature's Claim. Maybe they have like a follow-up Mandrills or something to... Well, Mandrills doesn't really block Thalia very well. It does kind of race me, though. So they could attack me for like 7 after that. I attack them for 4, kill the Hierarch. No, they just chump block the Hierarch, so they stay at 17. I take 7, go to 9. We untap. We have a Thalia. They're at 17. If they have Ancient Grudge, we pretty much fucking die, but we can recruit... I don't know. You know, like, take the Mandrill off the table, or, like, recruit another Stoneforge, get GTA on the Thalia or something? That seems way too slow. I think our best bet... Alternatively, we could recruit a 2-drop and cast it this turn. We don't have another 2-drop with First Strike. I'm burning all my time here. Yeah. Nothing really helpful to recruit here that we can cast in the same turn as the recruiter. We just plan on like throwing a truck under this in front of this Hooting Mandrills. Like recruit a second Stoneforge, play the second Stoneforge, get GT, and just like stack block it with a billion things. If they attack with it as a 5/5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toughness and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Die pretty hard to removal spell. Recruit for Crusader. Oh, block the Mandrills. I could recruit for... I don't hate recruit for Crusader, just put it in the sword this turn. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Crusader does single-handedly stop the Mandrills. It's also nuts with Sword of Fire and Ice in terms of, like, trying to kill them. Yeah, I actually don't hate that. We can also just, like... We can quad block the Mandrills if we need to. Or just, like, sacrifice the Stoneforge. My hope is that the last card in hand is not an answer for Sword of Fire and Ice. Because if they have an answer for Sword of Fire and Ice, I think we just die. They might just attack with the True Name, though. To deal me 4, we're at 12. We're still on a 3-turn clock after that. But then we can equip the sword and play Crusader. Force, like, kill the Noble Hierarch, have the Crusader back to block the Mandrills. Next turn, equip the sword over to the Crusader and attack them for a bunch. Guess I should have played around Stifle, right? Just activate the Stoneforge sorcery speed. I might want to soak up 2 damage with the Stoneforge, though, if they choose to attack with the Mandrills. Don't think I would triple block, though. Yeah. It's kind of scary, but they only had 1 card in hand, so I think they're just trying to find an answer for Sword of Fire and Ice if they don't have one yet. Don't want to play a format you don't like, I'll miss the Stranglers, but at the end of the world. Yeah, I'm hoping I go back to it. Traditionally, Wizards likes to do modern bans in January, like at the start of the year, so if they, like, shape up the format a little bit, I think I might enjoy it a little bit more, but... Also, Thalia Stompy's looking like it's pretty decent in the meta if I want to, like, play a dumb modern deck. Also, especially now that I have Card Hoarder, if people, like, actually want to see me play Modern and, like, donate towards it, then I'd be more than happy to look back on it, but for most intents and purposes, I enjoy playing Legacy, so I'm going to keep playing Legacy, but I do wish I played more Modern, but it's a symptom of the format. Woof. That's not great. Oof. That's really not great. Now we're super fucking dead to this True Name Nemesis. Shit. We have, like, no answers. I guess we draw, like, Flicker Wisp to equip the sword. I feel vindicated recommending sword equip. Yeah. Not like you were playing around Null Rod. Nice. Also, like, Sword Equip Go. We're at 11, they have Null Rod, and we have, like, Sword on Athalia. Sword Equip Go wasn't a... They can still even just attack with, like, the Mandrills if they want to attack through this. Because we... No, I can't double block. Arkin, thanks for the host. Appreciate it. Hello, hello to all of Arkin's viewers. I'm XJ Cloud. We're playing some Death and Taxes right now. I'm kind of getting ranched by this True Nemesis. Guess I shouldn't eat up more of my time. It's just like, play cards go. Hope to draw Council Judgment for True Name. Or die. I should probably port. Pretty hard to expect people to pay tons of money for paper cards and they can pick up other hobbies. Yeah, that's the problem with Legacy. I really wish Legacy were cheaper. I think Legacy would be a hugely popular format if it wasn't for the reserved list. How's the stream going? We're up a game, about to be even, 1-1 in this game, but we're on match 1 right now, so pretty decent. How's your stream, Arkin? So my plan is top deck Flicker Wisp, Flicker the Null Rod, equip Sword to Crusader, attack my opponent, kill the Hooting Mandrills, deal them 8, and then, like, kill them the following turn? Or something like that. So we go to, like, 6. I might kill the double Hierarch. I haven't done the math. I think killing Mandrills is better. If they played another Hierarch, though, then we would die to that line. Join the Sith and turn the Republic into the... DSD, Death Shadow Delver. 10-0 Street G's, nice. That is real good. Some of the Sandy walks. Alright. I also use the Masterpiece Chalices and Vials. Alright, this is bad. Maybe we also have Council's Judgment to leave us in a decent spot here. Council's Judgment or Wisps. Cleric, alright. Not exactly good here. None of the Chalice arts are good, you henny. Just all the Chalice arts suck. Just pick your favorite. I guess we're not dead. We'll go to 1, draw Council's Judgment. So I guess I should play on. My opponent have a spellcaster? No. Won't judge promo chalice. Oh yeah, the MGGR was actually sweet. I would get those in a heartbeat. Bolt my face, do it already. Don't slow roll me, opponent. KCCCC, thanks for the follow. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like, if we had drawn the Flicker Wisp, we actually would have died if I killed the Mandrills here. If we, like, drew Flicker Wisp, equipped a Sword to Crusader, and killed the Mandrills. So I was considering, like, killing 2 Hierarchs or something. I would have done the math to see if we were dead to something else. I didn't think about it. But, I mean, obviously we were just dead there anyway. Let's change any of my sideboarding plans. I don't think I'm bringing in Relic Order just to deal with, like, Null Rod. We have 2 Council Judgments, and Null Rod isn't the end of the world anyway. Does this change anything? I think I still like Palace Jailer well enough. Come on, mouse. What's happening? Yeah, that seems better. Yeah, I think I'm just running it back. Relic Order also, it's a library. Yeah, if they have it in their deck at this point, and they probably don't have too many. I don't think I like it. It's like really narrow. And what am I cutting for it? The Jailer, the other Recruiter. I don't hate those cuts, but sounds good. It's risky, but it's good. It's like so hard to pass up Mom and Thalia on the play. If we get Wastelanded, it could look really bad. So smart. I'm trying, Arkin. We'll see. Hopefully my opponent doesn't Noble Hierarch True Name Infinite Noble Hierarch me. That'll be one of the ways you lose this matchup. Although I'm not familiar with like this specific one, this really weird like Noble Hierarch version. But definitely seems worse for Death and Taxes than traditional Rogue Delver. Just pull the Mom. Sure. Ooh. If I play Thalia and gets dazed, I feel kind of dumb. Kind of want to get Vile online too, considering how Manalite my hand is. Yeah, I also like vaguely don't want to cast the Mom into a daze, but I don't hate putting them back on mana as well. I think I am gonna Vile into Mom because this Vile is pretty important against a Wasteland deck when we're on a Plains and a Caracas here. Let's see if they daze this. If they daze this, then I can actually also just cast a 2-drop next turn better, and Violin the other 2-drop, or they just don't daze it and just have the best of all worlds. I still get to play a 2-drop, and the Violin the other 2-drop on turn 4. Catch you later, you Henny. Have a good one. Probably casting Thalia. Stoneforge is more important. Bolt the Mom. Abrade the Mom. Deal. Keep my Vial around. Ooh, nice. Now we can actually Thalia and protect it with Karakas. Alternatively, we could Stoneforge, but... Could also have Recruitered, but... I think I like Thalia the most here. So apparently, we're playing the how many bolts you have game. My opponent, the answer is a lot of bolts. Really happy I didn't just Vial go there and they just abrade my Vial. A little bit horrendous. Oh, fucking deal. Let's go. Force this Thalia. Nice. Yeah, Braid Mom over Vial's definitely a win. Cast Recruiter. Maybe I could just get a Wisp. Just try to, like, Wisp Recruiter Chain. My opponent's used a lot of removal. Well, that's rude. My Stoneforge is suddenly a lot worse, but my opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. So I think... we're going to recruit some value here. Spirit Keeper is actually decent. We have 3 creatures in the yard. Spirit Keeper would be 4. Recruit Mom over 3. No, I don't like recruiting a Mom here. I like Wisp. Even if they kill the Recruiter, Wisp can also like Wisp the Stoneforge. And it's just like a good flyer. And if they don't have an answer. If like they don't have more removal for this Recruiter, then we get to Wisp the Recruiter and just bury them. But worst case, we can Stoneforge, Liquid's the Stoneforge, get 2 equipment, and try to work our way through a Grudge. Kind of tempted to get Spirit Keeper though. It's a good pickup. Deck doesn't play flash creatures, right? Besides maybe Sulfur Elemental, which... Man, I'm going to be really bummed when I cast this Flicker Wisp and my opponent Sulfur Elementals me. Yeah, you can kill the Recruiter. I'm totally fine with that. Wow, fuck off. Fuck off, opponent. Can we not? Oh, at least we didn't recruit a Spirit Keeper. That would have been pretty stupid against Electric Tree, too. Think of banning D&T for Miracles? Yeah. Miracles is a sweet deck. A lot more consistent, that's for sure. Just like the blue decks are just much more consistent than the non-blue decks are. So now we have a Stoneforge versus an Ancient Grudge. That's not Sulfur. Yeah, it's way better for me than Sulfur Elemental would have been, that's for sure. At least Electric can't attack me. Oh, thank God. We have Council's Judgment, too. Swear to God, if the last cards in hand are like Force Blue card, I'm gonna be real sad. Just gonna kill this right off the bat. Thank God. At some point, we can try to get like 5 lands and Batterskull to try to play through the Grudge. Just like put in the Batterskull, leave up 3 mana to protect it. I'll just jam Crusader regardless, though. If we draw land, I can just jam both. I hope this is another... Ah, God damn it. God damn it. Well, at least my Crusader's technically a better clock. They're also Brainstorm locked right now. I should have left up basic planes here. Minor thing, but if I like Wasteland play Mandrills, be kind of annoying. Pick up Miracles here. Yeah, totally fine. Picking up second decks is totally cool. It also helps a lot of like getting perspective and experience in the format. It's one of the reasons I'm enjoying just like streaming random decks that exist in Legacy to just try to seeing what the other side thinks, especially in like matchups that you care about, like seeing Miracles versus D&T from the Miracle side and stuff. It can be like a very good learning experience. Can we not? I should probably plow this. I'm not gonna really get a better plow target here. We just have to get Batter Skull here. It's the only thing that could possibly be useful against an Ancient Grudge. Even though it's so heinously bad against True Name, at least, like, if we somehow finagle our way through this Ancient Grudge, they have to stop attacking to make this Batter Skull bad. Whereas the Sword of Fire Ice is just, like, literally dead on board. Or whatever. Dead in graveyard. How affordable is renting decks for leagues? There are a couple of card renting services. I've never used any besides like Card Hoarder, but that's like a streaming thing rather than like some services like you can pay monthly fees and have a certain budget for renting, but I'm definitely not the person to ask. I like just really awkwardly want to draw land 5, but also just really, really don't want to draw land 5. But I think land 5 is about my best draw. Lets me do shit with this Batter Skull. Fuck, that was a terrible draw. So I could play the Batter Skull, get the Batter Skull Grudge, plow the Batter Skull to gain 4 life. That seems terrible. God. This is so awkward. I think I'm just gonna wait. I could attack for 1. But if I leave up Stoneforge, it also like just forces them to leave up mana. Can't like tap out. I don't know what the hell they would tap out for, but they need to have access to a green mana. Ugh. I'm just gonna fucking die to this. God damn it. Yeah, we're super dead unless we draw second Council's Judgment now. So now we just put in the Batter Skull and use it to gain 4 life. This matchup's not, like, super hard. My opponent has just had, like, a pretty good draw, and our draw has been pretty medium. It's like Null Rod, Bolt, Abrade, Grudge, Electrickery, double True Name. Like, I don't care what the rest of my opponent's deck is. Dozen Decks is going to have a lot of trouble beating all that. Maybe F6 or for Batter Skull, yeah. We can hope. Oh no, I don't get to plow it! He just shatters it in response to loading weapon trigger. Wow, rude. Hey, just in time. I can flicker my Stoneforge to get an equipment to beat this Null Rod. I mean, I am gonna flicker for an equipment. And hopefully, like, maybe we draw, like, a second Wisp or something. I guess Sword or GT? We're at 8. Maybe we just need GT to gain life. Yeah. So something we can flicker after and all. Yeah. If we, like, find a second Flicker Wisp, there's a chance we can equip a GT to something and, like, gain 4 life. Sure, punish me for continually leaving up this Crocus like a fool. Ah, nice. We have a 1/1 for 2. Getting locked to have additional GTA if we get there seems rough. Yeah, maybe like... I think like the Sword of Fire and Ice is also not going to matter a lot. So we put them to 12 here. I'm trying to factor in. We get to gain 3 if I plow my own Wisp. Is it worth it? No, probably not worth casting the GTA here. We have no answers to Null Ride under 3 mana. And with our 4th land gone, it's like way harder. Sword's Wisp negate attack, yeah. So I think I'm just rather play a 1/1 for 2. Our plan is find second Council's Judgment. Opponent brainstorms into second Electrickery. Also watch the... Yeah, opponent's running out of time before we are. And we're running out of life before my opponent's running out of time. I was joking about the second Electrickery, but alright. Fuck's sake. Last card, Hooting Mandrills too, sure. Jesus Christ, yeah. Alright, well, I guess we weren't supposed to win this match. So don't draw a second Council Judgment. Could wasteland them off of red. Guess it does matter if we draw Council Judgment exactly next turn. We take them off of Bolt here. Oh, do they just have Bolt too? Oh, Stifle, sure. Wasteland right on time to stop all the removal. Yeah, punish my opponent for having triple Tropical Island. God, I hope this is a no justice stream and we just top deck Council Judgment, but it's like a 1 in 38. Yeah. Yeah, definitely doesn't feel great to lose like that, but definitely not going to win a lot of the games where your opponent draws like that either, so what can you do? Opponent needed, like, almost all of the cards that they found. If they, like, had one less action card. I think... I didn't do the math, but I think we might have been able to, like, race... Like, assuming we both draw dead with... I had 5 power on board, they had 3 with the true name, before they Fire and Iced me. I think we might have been able to race, or like it was very close, including the Swords of Plowshares in the math to buy me a turn. But then they just like fire iced me. So that happened. Put Noble Rug all the way down here at never played against, and will likely not play against in the near future. We won game 1. Yeah, we won game 1. I should not have won game 1 because I played terribly, but it's okay. My opponent got me back. That loss was because I played so poorly but still managed to win game 1. That was my luck catching up with me. Like in the one-up path sideboard choice, the extra slot seems so crucial. Yeah, path is like pretty medium. They're good against Eldrazi, okay against Delver. Like, it was really bad there. Like, I just drew a bunch of removal against a True Name. It's like always bad against their True Name draws, but the Delver decks generally don't play that many. I wouldn't be surprised if that deck played more because they're playing 4 Noble Hierarch. But like the Grixis Delver deck's playing like 2 or whatever. Our opponent is aggro for life. I wonder if they're playing an aggro deck. I always hate these hands. These hands like have a lot of castable spells and you're just like stone dead to so much. But it's like really good if we're playing against Miracles, or not really good if we're playing against Miracles because it's an file. I think this hand's a pretty easy ship. I just like get greedy and I'd hate mulliganing. But mulliganing is pretty important with this deck. It's like, okay, what is this hand bad against? Every combo deck. Good against Delver, decent against Miracle, keepable against Miracles, keepable against Grixis. Really good against Black-Red for a game 1 hand. Yeah, keep it. Good against the Mirror. Good against if my opponent is playing an aggro deck. If my opponent aggro for life is playing an aggro deck. But they're probably playing like Storm. I know Control for Daze, whoever that is, their MTGO name, I think they play Storm. It's Control for Daze, D-A-Z-E, so it's like Control deck, Daze deck, neither. They just play Storm all the time. Aggro for life, so you're really just playing Belcher, doing Belcher math right now. Oh. Delver? Yeah, Storm? This hand sucks against Storm. Now we're dead. Time to top deck Thalia. Easy every time. Never didn't have it. See, this is what makes a good Death and Taxes player a good Death and Taxes player. Is when you keep a hand that's atrocious against Storm, and then they turn 1 Thoughtseize you, and then the Thalia is just waiting on top for you. Yeah, almost assuredly Storm now. Tropical Island, Swamp. Thoughtseize, Preordain. Wishing to kill them as fast as possible now. They can beat up Thalia if you give them enough time, so just slamming our foot on the gas pedal here. Alright. Slamming our foot on the gas pedal by going land go. And then casting a 4-drop 2/2. It's Garfield's way for making up for not giving us Brainstorm. It's Watsy's apology for making True Name a blue card. Preordain, sure. Gonna slam a 4-mana 2/2 against Storm. Bottom, sure. Love my opponent to hit less land drops. Love to draw a Phyrexian Revoker. Or Sanctum Prelate. Or Basic Plains. At least we have Jailer now, so maybe we'll draw into something. Go, Palace Jailer. Nice, second Thalia, the perfect card to draw game 1 against Storm where they can't get it off the battlefield. Hopefully we don't die. Opponent has a decent chunk of mana. But they're at a pretty low life total, so they would need, like, Past in Flames me. They just have, like, Writ, Past in Flames, Infernal Tutor or something. Or Writ, Infernal Tutor, Past in Flames. That might be enough mana to get me. Oh, maybe they're setting up for next turn. Wasteland? Oh, fucking A. Well, they do technically have to kill me from 24. You can gain 4 life post-Storm trigger. Technically castable. If I just fucking Lotus Petal my other Karakas next turn, too. Jesus. Alright. Dark Grit. Dark Grit. So they need to get a 12 Storm to kill me. Through 2 Plows. Or like 11 Storm if they Thought Seize me. Romario, thanks for the host. We're... Oh, ad nauseam at 9 life. Alright, never mind. We should probably have this. Hello to Romario. Flips past and plays immediately. Nice. Hello to everybody from Romario stream. We're playing some Death and Taxes here in game 1 versus Ant. That LED is pretty good for them, I think. I'm way too lazy to do all the Storm math here. I think they haven't played a land, so they go like 4 land, or 4 mana, LED down to 3 mana, Dark Grid to 4 mana, LED cracks to 7 mana, but Passive Flame's flashback is 6? With the Thalia attacks included, so like they couldn't cast a Dark Grid after that. I think they need 1 more mana to go off. This flashes back for 5, right? Yeah. So 6 mana. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, well, no, that's mana neutral because I have Thalia. They need to hit a ritual specifically. Yeah, like that. Now they can probably kill me. That's pretty obnoxious. Don't know what their storm count is. Yeah, I think we're dead now. Remember your swords. Yeah, I don't think it matters. They just have so many rituals in the yard. We'll see, but... Yeah, opponent wants to play the Lotus Petal for storm count. They can also just cast Passive Flames from hand now, actually. So it costs them 1 less mana. Because they drew the Lotus Petal. So maybe they didn't even actually need the Cabal Writ. Yeah, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they have plenty of Storm. Unless they fuck up. Jeez. If only we had drawn anything to clock them. Not getting very lucky today. Today's just not my day for games, I suppose. Got pretty horrendously unlucky both last match and this one. Hopefully we shake that. Cut Ballista, Jite, Spirit Keeper, Plows, Wisp, Jailer over Wisp, but then I always consider taking out 2 Wisps for 2 Council's Judgments. I like to do it more if I've lost a game, because you will lose more games to a Dread of Night than you will because you don't have, like, a Wisp as a clock. Weirdly, because if, like, we had drawn Council's Judgment there, it's obviously horrible. No, you can't draw in game 1, but, like, sometimes you do need Wisp as a clock, like the last game did show. So it's definitely not free, but I think you'll lose more games to, like, a Dread of Night that you may or may not know your opponent has. If you win game 1, I think it's more okay to not bring these in, because if your opponent Dread Knights you game 2, then you can bring them in, but I think by losing game 1, you kind of need to hedge for it. And I'm not really familiar with what the Storm people are doing now in terms of Massacre versus Dread of Night. Just go look at, like, Cyrus's most recent list, probably. See, it's probably not good enough, right? Our Roper's, like, pretty weak hate. Recruiter's really slow. A lot of good cards to mulligan towards. Oof. Opponent mulligan to 6. We have Thalia. We're missing a white source. We have 12, 15 white sources to draw. We get 2 looks. So we get a scry and then a draw on turn 2. Then we port them if we don't hit, which is just really bad. I think 5 is, like, also pretty weak against Thoughtseizes. Nice. Also plays Red Massacre. The perfect scry to the top. Of course, if my opponent Thoughtseizes would be turn 1, we could be in a lot of trouble, but that's neither here nor there. We just play Stoneforge, get, like, Batterskull, hope for the best. And then cast Recruiter for Athalia or Signa Prelate based on if we find another white source by then. Yep. And this is one of the main reasons I didn't want to mull to 5. Just most 5s are just going to be so bad against Thoughtseize. And this hand needed very little to be passable. I wonder if Wastelanding them is better than casting Stoneforge this turn. It's not a blue land, so maybe, like, porting them is actually better than Wastelanding them. They can't really do anything in their upkeep with it. And then I can always decide to, like, Wasteland next turn. Wasteland plus Stoneforge next turn. Does it change anything, really? Gives me the option of... Doesn't really give me any options, right? Gives me the option of casting a 3-drop next turn if I don't want to remove the land for some reason. I think Batterskull is pretty weak here, so, like, buying a little bit of time to try to find, like, a Chalice or a Thalia or a Evoker, which is, like, way better hate than playing a Batterskull would be. I think we're gonna port. Get punished if they Dark Red Adnaz me. Cyrus style. Cyrus in the finals of Eternal Weekend style. Or they could just, like, kill me here. I'll just cast a cantrip, sure. I can Wasteland plus Port if I want to. Or I could just... If they shuffle on this ponder, I'd be tempted to. If they have a slow start, Batterskull hits on turn 4, back to back Ports of Wasteland might be okay. But yeah, like, I'll consider it based on how this turn goes. If they don't shuffle here, I think I'm playing Stoneforge over porting. Yeah. But I think I'm still Wastelanding. The following turn I can... can't really do a lot. Yeah, I think I'm just wastelanding this. I'm playing Stoneforge and hoping. Probably just want Batterskull. We're pretty mana tight. Batterskull makes... at least makes, like, Tendrils math more awkward. But obviously, when they're sitting at 17 life, they can pretty safely get to super high storm counts. What's the best top deck here? Just Thalia, I guess. Chalice or Surgical wouldn't be bad either. Because it's especially 0 mana interaction that lets me still do something with his Batterskull. Woof. That's a pretty terrible draw. They also just missed completely. That's insane for me, right? Spend this turn putting in Batterskull and start porting them. Yeah, there's temptation to port because they could do that, but if I port them and they cast another Brainstorm, that's really bad for me. And also just getting down this Batterskull is pretty important. Because I'd have actual no clock. And now I can start porting their island. Because they missed on this too. Oh, God. These draws have been pretty heinous. Maybe I play Mom. Just like Lotus Petal, Caracas, play Mom, port them. Does that change math at all? Hit them for 5 right now. They go to 12 here. If I play Mom, I have 6 plus 6. That does kill them a turn faster. Recruit for Thalia. I kind of want to port them since they're stuck on 1 land now. Yeah, Mom actually does take a turn off the clock. Assuming they don't have like a Chain of Vapor or something. Don't really like recruiting this turn. Especially because if I had drawn like a Plains, I might have like recruited for Sanctum Prelate, since that's more useful. It's like more of a hard lock than a Thalia is. Although Thalia is pretty good when they're on 1 land, I suppose. This Recruiter also puts them on a 2-turn clock here. Lets me follow up with Thalia. Oh, they have Chain of Vapor, rude. Slows down my clock a lot. And they hit land. Hey, and we hit land. Nice. I'm just recruiting. Recruit for Sanctum Prelate. Then we play the game of what fucking number do we put this thing on? I think the answer is 4, and we just leave the Mom untapped. Plays around Massacre, and like they literally can't kill me with like Mom plus Prelate on 4. They have like outside of double Chain of Vapor or something like that. Double removal spell. We also could just like die here. Put as 6 cards in and access to 2 mana. But since they Chain of Vapor the Batterskull, I don't think we can afford to just like attack and port them. Like that's not a very good plan. I think we want to like to basically make them dead next turn if they can't kill me here. Or Thoughtseize me. Ah, fuck. It's like Past Inflames me. Like Infernal Tutor, Crack, and LED Past in Flames for count 7, 8, 9, 10. He's like cast Fire off a Thoughtseize or whatever, 11, 12. Yeah, that should do it. If they have, assuming they have Infernal Tutor here. Oh wow, the value tendrils, fucking deal. Unless the last card is Infernal Tutor and they can like Infernal Tutor Past in Flames tendrils me a second time, in which case not deal, and I really wish they wouldn't do that. Oh, nice. Alright, that's pretty good for me. Especially because we just get, like, put the sword on the prelate next turn, too. Alright, this seems like a pretty good position. Is 4 the right number? I think 4 is the right number with a mom in play, right? Turns off Massacre, which is like one of the only ways they can take the prelate off the board. Especially because I'm also going to just sword them. I think most of the times you consider other numbers are when you don't have a mom in play. So when you're playing around them having like Chain of Vapors or Abrupt Decays or Echoing Truths or stuff, but Mom plus Prelate on 4 is like very, very hard for them to beat. I'm like four turns off Tutors and Decays, but we don't really care about Decays, and what are they tutoring for? Sword better than Batterskull. Sword just is another layer of protection on the Prelate. It means they need like 3 Abrupt Decay / Chain of Vapors to get it off the board. Because they need, I guess, either 2 Abrupt Decays or like 3 combination of like 1 Abrupt Decay, 2 Chain of Vapors / Echoing Truths. Because they would need to like bounce the sword first and then attempt to kill the Prelate and then attempt to kill the Prelate a second time in response to Mom Trigger or something. It's just like layers on layers of protection. Now we have to win on the draw, which is like pretty horrendous. And we also didn't get to see if they were on Massacre or Dread of Night, so I'm still going to sit here with these awkward council judgments in my deck. I think I'm still submitting. Yeah, I think 4's almost always right if you have a mom in play. Except maybe if you're against, like, Tess. Ugh, this hand fucking sucks. Like, if you're against Tess, then 2 is more traditionally the correct play, especially because, like, if they're playing Massacre, they're wishing for it. So, like, 2 already shuts them off of stuff. His hand is just unkeepable. Chalice is good, but it's not that good. Chalice on 0+2 ports. It's really bad. This hand is very, very bad. I think, like, most 6s, especially with the Scry, are just gonna have a lot more tools to win games. Like this hand, for instance. Screenshot? Oh, well, too late now. Someone go back in the VOD or something and screenshot that so I can post it into the Discord later. I'm pretty sure that hand is pretty unkeepable. And this hand is just, like, the fucking nuts. We might still die horribly, but this is, like, the best shot we have at winning these types of games. Kind of tempted to describe this to the top and just, like, never play this Plains. Just, like, sit on Caracas Port, wasteland them probably, and just, like, beat them down with Thalia plus Revoker. I think I'm gonna top this. Hope I don't, like, die on turn 1 here. If they Thoughtseize the Chalice, and then I die on turn 2. Yeah, they're not doing any of those things I said, so that's pretty good. So I mean, if they like Thought Seize me, we have a follow. We have Revoker, which is also a decent like hate piece. I guess Revoker and Chalice is pretty redundant though. But it does help like if they bounce the Chalice or something with something that isn't Hurkyl's Recall. Let's probably just put it on LED anyway. No false sense of security. I briefly considered what land I played, and then I realized it like really didn't matter as long as it wasn't the plains. This holds up Orm's Chant, obviously. How are they gonna beat Orm's Chant? Wow, can we not? Can we not turn to me through a Chalice, please? I would really appreciate this. Yeah, sure. Hey, we did it! I don't know what we did, but we did it! The old ritual, thought seize ritual, concede. I got nothing. We won, I guess. Maybe they did their math wrong. They didn't have enough for something. But we did it. So that's cool. Ioklahoma1, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Destroy Jericho. Yeah, we're so good. Just fucking crushing Ant, easy. Lost pre-board. One bolt post-board. Legacy equals follow. Good to hear. I love Legacy. Playing a ton of it. Especially because not enjoying Modern a lot right now. Used to play a little bit of Modern, but now my content has been just like all Legacy. I'm still trying to figure out what was their plan. What was their plan there? Ritual. Did they like just forget the Chalice slump? Like, no, they had 6 mana. What were the last? They had 2 cards in hand, I think. What they possibly have had? I have no idea. I have no idea what drives a person to make that line. Besides, like, bad math or something. We'll never know if they had Massacre or Grave Knights either. Opponent is I Be True. It's a little awkward. Kind of like it. It's like good enough, I think. Port being our pseudo turn 2 plays. Actually, wait, we can't actually cast these. It's a little clunky. I'm gonna keep. On the draw. Also, like, Port Wasteland. Mom. Good in a lot of the fair matchups. Playing against, like, Storm again. Keeping hands that are just, like, stone unkeepable against Storm. Anyway, at least this one had a Prelate. If they thought he's the Prelate, they're on Storm. They're on Storm. Cool. They're not on, like, Grixis. They can just Wasteland this Underground Sea. Do we have a better plan? Play Mom, Port, Recruit, Thalia. Yeah, we're Wastelanding. Wasteland and Prey. They could technically be Grixis, and they just like had a Fatal Push or a Bolt for the Mom, and they didn't really care about me playing it next turn. But I think like Wastelanding there is fine either way. I don't hate it. It just resets us back to turn 1 here, and then I play the Mom out. And if they don't have a land, the upside's very high. Hand is not shaping up to be great. We have like turn 3 recruit a Thalia or something. Maybe they are Grixis. Oh, nice. They're Grixis. Hand is still shaping up to be pretty terrible. Second Plow does not help in that endeavor. But now that they're not Storm, we don't just auto-die here. We at least have a chance. We can, like, recruit up the Hallowed Spirit Keeper if we ever find a second white source. Opponent's hand's pretty sweet. Grixis Delver? Man, this has been a journey of trying to figure out what the heck my opponent is doing. So what's my plan now? They like slam... I guess if they slam a Gurmag, we just plow it and continue to port them. This feels like a Gurmag Angler. It could be a Young Pyro, but either way, just porting and moving on with our life. So this is a Gurmag. Yep. Big fish. Might actually play this Vial. Playing Vial lets them true name me. Playing Vial's also like pretty important though. Also getting it under like a random Spell Pierce that they might have dead in their hand. Also plow in response to a spell here. I don't know if I will. It like plays hard into Daze. They only have 1 card left in their hand though. But the upside is very low by plowing now. The upside is like prevent 1 more elemental or something, because the worst they can do is fetch, cast like another cantrip or something. I think I'm just gonna let it happen. The downside is if they have Daze, we just fucking die. I guess Force is another downside. I guess another downside is I can't cast a 3 here, but... I guess now I can cast a 3 if I want. Please no Force blue card and punish me for... Okay, they're just converting their Daze into elemental, sure. This is fine, we can beat this. This is why we play around Daze. Like, another Daze? Alright, cool. I guess I'm not porting them. You got me. Convert all of your Dazes into elementals. We can beat 3 1/1s. Wisp plus Recruiter can definitely help in that regard. What am I even recruiting? A Stoneforge? I like Stoneforge, especially with this Vial going to 2. Also don't hate Thalia. Another Young Pyro. Could grab Ballista. 1 card in hand. They've already used 2 Dazes. Like, recruit Ballista, Ballista ping the Pyro. Kind of dislike that, though. I don't really care about the Pyro that much with them having 1 card in hand. Wasteland the Underground, recruit Stoneforge, Valen Stoneforge. Get just like Sword or Jite. That takes care of the Young Pyro a lot better as well. Yeah. Grab Sword. It's worse against like a pile of elementals, but it's better if they find a True Name Nemesis. Stoneforge Mystic. Pass the turn. What you got? Bolt. Move to attacks first, sure. I will probably block the Young Pyro. Wow. They are? Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I didn't think they were actually gonna... Oh, shoot, I was supposed to free to Elemental. Whoops. I think they have Bolt, though, and I think they're planning on bolting my Stoneforge. No, they tapped for blue, didn't they? Whatever. Just keep wastelanding them, keeping them off of True Name mana and such. Sword. Equip here. Wow, this is just working. Is that like a bluff mana tap? They just have nothing? That should be game. I kind of want to save it, honestly. They don't even let me put it in the West, they just concede. It's like, I was gonna just Stoneforge get Jite or whatever. Continue to just absolutely murder them. That worked out. Grixis Delver, huh? Sideboard on these guys, cut Jailer, Revokers, and a Recruiter. Stare fondly at Leon and Relic Order, and then don't board it in. They just have so few enchantments and artifacts. It's really scary if they find them, because they have like 0 to 2 Bitter Blossoms, usually 0, occasionally 1 Jite, and like usually 0, occasionally 1 Null Rod. But unless I see like a lot of stuff that I want to be dealing with, I don't think, because the other thing is like if I'm boarding in Relic Order, I'm probably like cutting a Recruiter or something, and then like the Relic Order gets worse because you can't recruit for it. I think the Relic Order is just not worth it. This is the beating I came here to see. Yeah, we did massacre that Grixis player pretty bad. Yeah, seems fine. Put it mold to 6, deal. Prelate Path is a little bit clunky, since Prelate almost always wants to go on 1. Sometimes you board out Prelate. I wonder if I kill this on turn 1. Probably not. If I put in his days, I'd rather run the Mom into it anyway. I can always just path it next turn. Take 3, but... Ooh, or not. I'll block. Don't attack. Ah, rude. Now I guess we path. Plus Wasteland? Probably plus Wasteland. Especially because we have Judgment now. Game before basic land. Because I was technically supposed to do it on their upkeep here. But I also wanted to Wasteland them before they had their mana untapped. Which means I wanted to path first, because I wanted to Wasteland after I path to play around days. I could force them to Wasteland my port. Or I just, like, play land, start to get up to Prelate. Prelate on 1 when they're floundering like this is pretty good. Yeah. If they ever tap the Wasteland, we can port the colored source ones. Sure. Alright, they're just finding more lands. That's fine. Young peasy. God, Daze is kind of scary here. The only thing that I've had the option of dazing was my mom on turn 1. So it very well could be a daze. They kept on the ponder. I think we're just going to jam into it anyway. Yeah. It's starting to get a little scary here. Wasteland their black source, keep them off of other threats. Gonna get just beat down by pyros. I need a council judgment one of these pyromancers. We find like any creature. It's pretty easy to roadblock these things. Jesus Christ. Ooh, that's a good draw. God, if they have days, I'm gonna be so mad because we're definitely playing this for 2. Nice. I guess I don't have to kill these yet. It's really scary if they do find a spell that they can cast. Could get greedy and, like, block 1 and ping the others. I should have actually attacked because I'm not blocking. I should have just pinged the untapped one. Just to deal them more damage, but... Now we start, like, Council's Judgment, the last Pyro, port them. Just kind of lock them out of this game. Oh, geez, never mind. We don't even need a Council's Judgment it. They're so far away from True Nemesis. I can probably just, like, grab Batter Skull to win this game. Yeah. Maybe GTA was better there. I could just, like, GTA the Sanctum Prelate this turn, yeah. I could even block here if I wanted. Yeah, I think GTA was better than Batter Skull. But, again, probably doesn't matter a whole lot. My opponent seems very, very dead. Yeah, sure. Thought about, like, Flicker Wisping the Stone Forge, and they're just fucked. They're just super dead. They're just so unbelievably dead. I want to keep porting. So what am I doing here? Just playing another Stoneforge? Fucking deal. Alright. Now we're at 13, so I can just grab Sword of Fire and Ice. We're at a very good life total. They shatter this Batter Skull with an Abrade or whatever. Sure. That's an Abrade that's also not going at my Sanctum Prelate. Jailer's dead. Cool, we did it. How's that for a beating? Ashmosis. Just dunking on Grixis Delver. Feels good. Delver decks are definitely making a little bit of a comeback. After they were a little off the radar for a while. I guess because the Delver decks rise up to beat the combo decks. After the combo decks rose up to beat the big mana decks, the big mana decks came to beat the control decks. So on and so forth. Scavenger, yo, play it. I mean, it's good against Delver, but I like Remorseful Cleric well enough. Also decent against Delver. Pre-planned for the mirror. I was just thinking one level ahead. Predator some near Alpha Swords. Oh, that sounds hot. Disposable Hero. I do also miss Saravenger. Saravenger is my favorite art in the deck, hands down. Meh, seems fine. Hang on, I need to fix my data discrepancy. I don't know what my data discrepancy is. Did I record something as a one that I shouldn't have? Whatever. Where's the vial? Oh, yeah. We'll draw it, don't worry. Damn. This is Miracles I'm not liking my hand too much. Ooh, not Miracles. I should probably just plow this Strix. Plow's not getting significantly better, and the Strix is going to gum up my hand. Like, I want to be attacking with this Remorseful Cleric. This is just the most mana-intensive thing I can do. Kind of weird that my opponent just natural basic island, basic swamp. Oof. Alright, so we're gonna pray to God my opponent doesn't have Lightning Bolt, because that's like... We're gonna get super fucked if my opponent bolts this Crusader. Please no Bolt. Or Force. Please don't do it. They could even like Jace Balance. God. This is not going well. Alright, cool, they just have Bolt. So now we're just dead. Recruit Revoker? Is that better than like recruiting Remorseful Cleric? Or not Remorseful Cleric, Spirit Keeper? Spirit Keeper doesn't seem great. We get like 4 spirits, and then the Lily slowly pings them off. It's definitely not a win, but it might be like my best line. Could also try to like just overload here. Recruiter and Mother in the same turn, even like Wisp the Recruiter next turn. Because assuming they ping off the Mom, they might kill both of them with their removal spell. But again, that all feeds the Spirit Keeper, so I don't hate it. Could grab Ballista. It's not great. Jailer is like almost something. Just gonna feed the shit out of this Held Spirit Keeper and hope it carries me. They missed their land drop, though, which means that their hand is just all spells, which is also horrifying. Yep, ping makes sense. God, where did my... Oh, is this not included down here? There it is. I found the discrepancy. There we go. Fixed it. Anyway, oh, did we get, like, hymned for our 2 spells? Nice. That's just my life, so that's cool. At no point have I ever not been hymned for, like, the good cards in my hand. Him is just double Fossies, secretly. That block seems interesting. I feel like it's just, like, free to just keep pinging my creatures. How good him is as a D&T player, I never care about playing Loam. Yeah, that makes sense, because there's, like, so many, like, ways of virtual card advantage in Loam. Between Loam and Punishing Fire and stuff. Alright, cool. That was a game of Magic. I was interested to see if the Howled Speaker Keeper could actually fight that, but I guess we'll just, like, lose instead. So that's fine. Cataclysm, Judgment, and Extra Recruiter. Is that all I bring in this matchup? I was testing Chalice once upon a time. See if that was, like, reasonable in this matchup. I never liked it, but it's like cut moms, bring back in the other Revoker, play 3 Chalices. Got triple hymned by Grixis Death Shadow player at FNM last week. God, there's a clip somewhere out there of, like, me getting him to Turok for, like, the perfect cards, and it was just so heartbreaking. It was like 2 Mirror Crusaders and, like, 4 other cards in hand or something. They cast him, I was like, this is 100% about to hit double Crusader. And just got absolutely bodied. Chalice on 1, Mom, Pearl on 3. Well, that just seems kind of loose, because now I'm playing Chalice and Mom in the same deck. I like to cut as many 1s as I can when playing Chalice. Like, Mom is good. Mom is fine against Grixis. Chalice is also, like, fine against Grixis. I don't like either of them. I like Chalice more on the play than I would on the draw. So if I'm going to bring it in, it's definitely going to be on the play. Chalice on the draw just seems so slow, because it mostly just turns off their cantrips, and they're firing off a bunch of cantrips as fast as possible, like, to sculpt their hand in their early turns. If you, like, just play a Mopey Chalice on 2, and then they just slam a Hateful 3-drop or whatever. Chalice and Mom roll must answer. I mean, Mom's not really a must answer. Mom's like, I mean, I guess it is like a must answer. It's not a hard answer, though. That's what I mean. It's like, yes, it's a must answer, but they're like a deck filled with removal. But yeah, Chalice and Prelude is pretty hard for them to kill. Ugh. One of these lands was a port, or one of these lands was a Violet, probably. Keep. These cards are good. If we had like even if we had like a 2, this hand sucks though. Keeping this terrible 6 probably. -4 Plow, -4 Mom, -1 List, +2 Judgment, Cataclysm, Ballista, Chalice. Yeah, everything besides the Rip is what I think I brought in. I did everything you did too. Cut 4 Plow, cut for Mom. I just kept a Wisp because I didn't bring in a Rip. Except when he tells you Cackle's back. I hate Cackle. I don't like Cackles against lands. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this. Top that. I agree with Phil in that respect, that Cataclysm is not winning you a lot of games against lands that you think it should. Used to be better because you, like, cross your fingers. But back when, like, the pre-Prelate days when that matchup was just terrible, you'd, like, Cataclysm them and cross your fingers, or, like, Cataclysm plus Rip to, like, just exile a bunch of their lands, but it definitely can win you games. It's definitely, like, okay. Like, I don't condone people from boarding in, but I just don't think... I find it worse than your other options. Am I porting? Am I Ballista on wanting? I'm gonna just let land go. I think I'm porting. Because I can't, like, cast a Baleful Strix or whatever. Ah, the old end-step Brainstorm. Nice. My opponent doesn't respect me. I dig it. The lands matchup is one of the more complicated and a little bit divisive matchups in terms of sideboarding for a lot of Death and Taxes players, though. People don't agree on, like, a lot of even, like, just normal strategies. Let alone certain sideboarding nuances. My opponent just... And you don't end-step Brainstorm when you have a one-lander. What the fuck are you doing? You deserve this, opponent. I guess they... wait, hang on. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I was going to port my opponent, and they knew I was going to port them. So maybe I was not giving them enough credit. Because they couldn't have cast it before their draw step. They couldn't have cast their Brainstorm after their draw step anyway. Maybe I'm being mean. Casting it ends up fine because they couldn't have cast it before they before they managed to draw a card. Just land go. Gonna continue to port them, Violin the Stoneforge beatdowns. But also they kept a one-land Brainstorm hand against Death and Taxes, which I can condone them for. Wait, am I using condone wrong? I always forget if condone is, like, agree with or not. Allow. Oh, which I can't... Oh, yeah. Condone is allow, so which I cannot condone them for? Oh, fuck. I just stop using that word. What am I getting here? Batterskull? Batterskull is... I can't K command it for like a million turns, and it lets me keep porting them. Eh. SoFi is gonna connect. I'm not getting SoFi. Fuck that shit. That makes me not port them. I'm gonna play a giant ballista with all the lands we're drawing. They're so far away from being able to ever kill this Batterskull, too. Especially with we have Wasteland, we have a million lands to be able to protect the Batterskull. Like, I'm not particularly concerned that this Batterskull is going to die or anything, and it's just, like, the most mana-efficient clock. We couldn't even connect with the sword if we got it that turn, right? Because it deals them 4 at the same speed as Batterskull. If I just port them, put in a sword here, and then next turn equip it or something. Discard your name, nice. We'll just top deck Sword of Fire, nice, easy. Ooh, Thalia. I dig it. Thalia's just like game, right? Unless they have Force of Will. Yeah, that's just game. Opponent should probably concede now. Yeah. Hey, we did it! Alright, now we should win the next game. Not have to, like, stare longingly at these Chalice of the Voids. While I debate cutting them and bringing moms back in. God, I hate... Chalice is just so clunky on the draw. It does turn off a decent chunk of their deck. Like, strains their K command, strains their artifact removal. So I don't hate it. But, like, cutting Mom is also a little bit miserable. Like, cutting anything else is also kind of, like... I like, cut Revokers, leave in... Like, freeze up for, like, 2 Moms, but... Yeah. Let's run it back. I do want to keep testing Chalice, I think. I don't have enough evidence to form an opinion. I just have, like, gut feelings. And Chalice feels really clunky on the draw. Maybe it's right to be, like, only boarding in Chalice on the play against this deck and just cutting it for Moms on the draw, because Mom's a lot faster. In terms of being, like, an annoying must-answer thing. Ooh, snap off. Hey, I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. There we go. Yeah, I'm keeping this. That's great. Summoning bolts in the mid game and lightning riding K commands still seems good. I mean, yeah, but like Mom, it's the fact that Mom is also just a good card to have, right? It's not like we're cutting Chalices for bad cards. We're cutting them for like pretty decent cards in this matchup. And Mom just like lightning rods removal in general. Is just cheaper, more efficient with like vials. Easier to cast and stuff. Wow, what the heck did my opponent keep? Just like 900 removal spells. Just turn 3 Liliana Last Hope, something. We have a pretty stacked hand, though. We're just gonna get, like, himmed, though. We didn't get himmed yet, so... Fingers crossed we don't get himmed for, like, Spirit Keeper Cataclysm. If my opponent casts Hymn to Turok, it's guaranteed to hit these 2 cards. 100%. There's Bolt or Push or something. Dead in some capacity, yep. I figured it's like removal into like a Last Hope. Oh no, it's him. Oh, nice! They didn't take the Cataclysm at least. They did hit the Spirit Keeper, which is super obnoxious. Luckily our hand is all lands. I'm hoping they just cast a Jace next turn. I guess that they can't, because I'm going to board them. Weirdly enough, we kind of want to draw, like... Ooh. Hold up. They missed a land drop. Maybe the plan is not Cataclysm right now. The plan is just, like, Wasteland them. Wasteland port their blue. While we sit here and flounder to find a threat. Alternatively, like, Cataclysm plus Wasteland is, like, kind of tempting, but the fact that they're already missing land drops means I don't really need to Cataclysm them yet. Another him. God! Fuck! The Cataclysm. I'm just playing a Ballista for 1. I want pressure. I told you guys, I have the absolute worst Hymn to Turok luck of all time. I am the worst. I'm the best person to play against if you want to, like, hit on your Hymn to Turoks. 2 lands, 2 spells in hand. Just, oh, wait. Chalice isn't bad here. They're just gonna, like, have K-Command me out of this game. I think I need to sandbag a land. Our Batterskull's dead. And I don't want to get, like, draw step K-Commanded for my last card in hand. And Best Preferring Inquiry. Yeah, I'm an expert at discarding cards randomly. I am amazing at discarding my best cards when my opponent makes me discard them randomly. think I start porting a black source now, since they can't cast cantrips. Just gonna like K command. Nope. Alright, cool. That's good. Oh, nice. Now we empty the hand, so now because now we have Karakas to protect the Thalia. Things are looking a little bit up, despite just, like, getting fucking ranched by him to Turox. Definitely not looking great, considering we are on 0 cards to my opponent's 5. We need this Chalice to, like, be killing 3 of the cards in their hand or something. I'm concerned that they're just gonna, like, Jace me. Do they have a Jace in their hand? If they hit one more land drop, they can cast it. I think playing this out is worth it. Oh, no, it's not. I have a Chalice in play. Whoops. Oh, well. So if I can port a blue to try to turn off Jace, but they need to hit another land for the Jace anyway. That's likely to be able to produce blue. It needs to be like exactly other bad lands. I think trying to turn them, keeping them off of like Lily Last Hope or something is better. Fuck me, Jesus. Guess that's the reason to port a blue source. Can we not? Can we not with this shit? Oh, well, that's a card. Jace costs 5. Oh yeah, there's a Thalia in play. Jace does cost 5. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure True Name's on, like, vaguely blocking duty. Maybe they can try to race me. I guess so. This is no longer worth playing. We're just gonna fucking die real bad. Can't begin combat. Just want to attack and pass the turn. What am I trying to take them off of now? They have 5 mana. I'm not really scared of blue cards. I'm more scared of black cards. I mean, they can cast anything they want. They have to, like, fetch for it. This turns off double black. Does not turn off, like, second True Name Nemesis, but, like, sure. If they have that. Yep. Can we try to, like, Cackles won't even do it. I just want, like, Council's Judgment, honestly. Perfect. Holy Light. Yeah, can we draw Holy Light, please? Like, Snapcaster. Move to draw step for second port. Otherwise, they have to, like, snap now. Oh, yeah, Sword would be insane. Yeah, deal. But I also forgot about Chalice. I'll take it. Yeah, sword would be an insane draw, actually. By extension, Stoneforge Mystic. 3, 4, 5, 6. If I draw another land, I need to start playing them, because I need 8 mana to Stoneforge into a sword, into equip through my Thalia. Maybe like exactly 1 turn to draw it. Wisp, Wisp, Wisp. Wisp does basically nothing. Doesn't even take a turn off the clock. So, like, actual sword is my only draw now? Assuming they, like, turn everything sideways? I assume they're gonna, like, snap Edict me at some point here, right? Oh, just Edict me. Sure, we'll sack Thalia. Sword is no longer lethal. Thanks for the 5 bits, Aishnine. Our Ballista's already dead. Can we recruit anything? We have how many lands? 7? Just like actual nothing. Recruit a Wisp, Wisp the... Plus isn't quite fast enough anyway, yeah. We'd like ping off 2 Strixes, attack them, put them to 5. And then we only have 4 power next turn anyway. Assuming they have nothing in their 6-card hands. Is Crusader gone? I guess Crusader isn't gone, right? Yeah, no, Jailer seems kind of loose. Jailer Strix, they attack him with True Name, get the Strix back, draw another card. It's just like Crusader, hope to draw Stoneforge, Jite, or Sword. I don't hate. We have to leave the Wisp back to block a Strix or we die. And if they have removal for the Wisp, we still just die, but... Or if they, now that they can, they're free to cast a Jace that's probably been in their hand a long time. There's like Jace down tick on the Crusader or down tick on the Wisp kill me. Yeah, I think we're just fucked. But I think Mirror Crusader gives us the best shot at not dying somehow. If their hand is just 6 1-drops, and we draw Sword or GTA or Stoneforge Mystic. And they have, if we draw GTA or Stoneforge, then they have to attack with the True Name. But they probably will. Also, if they have Jace, then we just die. Ballista defensively would be good. Oh, I mean, like, ping 2 Strixes, go to 2. We would have 4. Oh, sure, just kick a Marsh Casualties. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder if we have... Do we have it? Moto, please let me see my top card. No, we didn't have it. Alright, yeah, we were dead. We were dead regardless. Justice is not served on this day. Some pretty heinous, Hymn to Turox. We won a post-board game, right? Yeah, we won 1 post-board game. Yeah, we had some pretty impactful decisions on like after we got hymned and like, oh well, now our useful cards are gone. Like we literally got our Batter Skull, the Batter Skull, the Cataclysm, and the whatever it was, Howl's Spear Keeper all hymned. So that was enjoyable. I'm so bad at discarding randomly or good. I should just like. I wonder if I can empower my ability to get hymned into like my own hymns. I wonder if my opponent's actually playing that like the Pauper crossover deck, or they're just playing Snow Cupboards for fun. Don't daze me. I like this vial. If they daze, it's whatever. Yeah. We just get to plow this in Mom next turn anyway. No flip, sure. A lot of Delvers. Plow's more important here, especially with like double Moms. More no flips on Delver. Assuming they're playing the Gifts Delver when I see Snow Covers. There was that thing that like did okay in a Legacy challenge that was like literally Pauper Delver, like shifted over for Legacy. And they might just be playing Snow Covers for fun. Like, it looks like they're just playing Blue Red Delver. Three cards left in hand. Getting Vile down actually important, or should I Wisp? Delver just hasn't flipped in like 8 million turns. Like, not getting dazed. Pretty fine here. Seems worse without Gush. Yeah, I mean, they get like Force and whatever else that deck played. I don't even remember. It was like actually just playing like shitty cards like Ninja of D-Powers and stuff. It was kind of hilarious. Delver just hasn't flipped for 4 turns. Did I hear unban Gush? Get out of here. No one said unban Gush. If anyone said anything, it'd be ban Gush. In Pauper. That's what I hear nowadays. I don't play Pauper at all. I haven't played it in a really long time, but I'm hearing nowadays that people want to ban Gush. Which makes sense. Knowing very little about the format, like, Gush is a pretty fucked up card. Wow, that's really mean. Why would you do that, opponent? A lot of good draws here. Probably drawing, like, another 3-drop. Hey, we didn't. Oh, this is a real good Flicker Wisp if this doesn't get dazed. Flicker the Wasteland, Wasteland, they're Volcanic. Oh, yeah. Gush is for sure bannable. Yeah, the foil plus Gush seems, like, heinous. Get out of here. Maybe their Delver will finally flip. They did it! Thoughtseize? Whoa, there's Grixis Delver? What the fuck is happening? Grixis Delver with a snow-covered island? Snap off this block. What the shit is happening? Wow, third Delver, alright. Well, we'll get to Palace Jailer eventually, right? We'll get to these cards eventually. They're viable non-Gush decks, but that doesn't mean that, like, Gush shouldn't be banned, right? Just because the deck's not tier 0 if it's, like, very, very aggressively tier 1. Like, Gush is pretty rude as far as cards go. Wow, my opponent just is the worst Delver flipper. Didn't even attack into the Violon, too. I didn't have anything. I feel like casting a Recruiter here is pretty greedy. I guess maybe not. They already cast a Daze. One of the cards in their hand is Thoughtseize. Fuck it. think I'll Flicker Wisp in response to a Brainstorm here. So I don't just, like, beef it to a removal spell. They probably get to, like, Thoughtseize my Jailer if they want to, but then we just get to recruit more stuff, so... Just concede. Nice. So I guess my opponent's on Grixis Delver with a basic island? We saw Thoughtseize, we saw Bolt, and we saw 3 Delvers, so... They're on Grixis Delver. They just have a basic island in their deck. Sure, I guess. We played against Delver 4 times today? No, we played against Storm and Grixis Control. Is it 3 Delver decks? Yeah, Grixis Delver twice, and like that Noble Rug Delver deck. Not that uncommon. Am I like really old? Do I just like not... Am I not with it anymore? What these dang Delver decks are playing nowadays? But Basic Island seems like kind of terrible. Case in point, that game, where my opponent could not cast anything useful off of a Basic Island. See, it feels a little bit greedy. File's really good, though. Envysaurus Rex, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. 3 is a lot of ports. Put him looking to 6. It's late in the day. Keep greedy hands. I'm just gonna port my opponent into next week. Have you guessed on my channel while I play D&D so you can play Avenger through me? Sure. Let me know when you want to do that. I'm totally game for it. Oh, hey, they're better at flipping Delver this time around. And they can Thoughtseize me. Thoughtseize this Wisp. As long as they don't have a second threat. Like, just if I play another Delver, it gets pretty dicey. But we have a lot of time to draw into an answer for a single Delver here. Maybe they have another Thoughtseize? Where the kitty at? In the other room, hanging out with my girlfriend, probably. I can hear their collars jingling. It's Peasy. The young pyromancer. Oh, Braid. That's rude. Guess we're just casting this Wisp, hoping they don't have days. Two cards left in hand. If I Stoneforge, I still can't take the Delver off the table the following turn because the GTA's in the yard. I'd have to get like Sword, and Sword doesn't kill the Delver yet. I think it's just more mana efficient to play Wisp here. It is worse against days specifically, but... Off Brainstorm. It's a good card to flip off of. If they just Brainstorm into more removal, though. Remove the Flicker Wisp. We get Stoneforge, grab Sword, line up, Sword attack, cross our fingers. Wow, that's rude. It's still with our plan. It's just like a very rude removal spell to have. It's almost like thinking about grabbing Batterskull here. If they have a removal spell for the Stoneforge, it's so bad for me. We go to 8. We put in the Batterskull. We go to 5. Maybe I do actually have to grab Batterskull here. 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Batterskull. Yep, this is why we grab Batter Skull. If they don't wasteland me, we can at least try to cast it, and hopefully we don't get dazed. Alright. Looking decent. I'm just gonna cast True Name here. God damn it. Oh. Oh, the Gurmag. Okay, that's also bad for me. Better than True Name, though. We can beat a Gurmag. Much easier than we can beat a True Name Nemesis. Unfortunately, we have to, like, chump block this Angler. This puts us to 9. Then we go to level 1. Just buy us a couple turns here. But they can just, no, they can just attack with the Delver next turn, then we die. So we need to draw a removal spell. To kill the Delver. Because they attack me to 1 here. If we would just replay Batter Skull, they just attack with the Ascended Aberration and we die. So we need a top deck Path or Plow. Or like Remorseful Cleric. I don't know, the Jet Bolt, sure. Dread Knight's a mean card. I don't know, they're gonna do anything. Would have been nice to have it in a Dread of Night. I wonder if it's worth Relic Warding now. Against, like, potentially, like, Bitter Blossom and Dread of Night. Dread of Night's a really hard card to play against. I think that was fine. I always have trouble finding room for a card like Relic Warder in the Delver matchups if I wanted it. I guess, like, Prelate's not great. Prelate's, like, good if you're ahead and you can get it down on 1. Also, like, preemptively beats up Dread of Knights. Yeah, let's run it back. I'm lazy. I'm lazy, it's late. We're on the play. Opponent's just going to Dread of Night me turn 1. We'll lose. Ugh, Batter Skull and Opener, but definitely keepable. I have 3 good 2-drops in the matchup. Please don't Dread of Night me turn 1 opponent. That would be very mean. I have 2 1-toughness white creatures in my hand. And then Lomer Boy will laugh at me for this card not being a Sarah Avenger. Don't do it. Cast a cantrip or a Delver. Yeah. Probably Thalia. Thalia combined with, like, the Wasteland Port hands can really put a damper in whatever my opponent's planning on doing. Notably, they have a Braid. God. Don't do it. Don't do it to me, opponent. Just bolt. Cast a bolt like a good human being. So they can Braid by Remorseful Cleric. Ooh, that's a good draw. Fortunately, it's our only 1 white source. I think I want to kill this sooner rather than later, though. Just port the black source here. Oh, we going on the man denial plan now, boys. Don't really care about Bolt. I think we're running out Remorseful Cleric here. So we will play around Days. Whistling the black to prevent them from, like, anglering me. If they have, like, a Bolt for Cleric, or if they go, like, land a Braid Cleric, then either of those are fine. That's Stoneforge and Waste. I don't really want to Stoneforge yet, because I know they have this Abrade. I kind of want them to fire it off on something more useless. Oh no, I'm getting anglered. Should have sacked the Cleric. Don't sack the Cleric. I like keep wastelanding them. Wasteland Stoneforge now. What am I Stoneforging for? Because it doesn't really matter a lot. We already have Batterskull. Just grab like Sword in case of True Name. They're pretty far from True Name though. Bolt in response? Nope. Alright. Well, they probably have a Bolt. I guess I should probably grab Jite. Jite's better, assuming I'm on 2 lands here. I have to, like, suit up this Remorseful Cleric. I'm not blocking, so I'm attacking. Oh, nice. I really like that Bolt on my Remorseful Cleric there, because they don't know I have Batterskull in hand. I guess I should have attacked first, before even playing the Stoneforge, not give them that option. Really don't want them to have another land here. Oh god, fuck. That's frustrating. Now we need to deal with a Gurmag in 3 turns. 3-ish turns. Maybe I'm playing Vile here. I'll go to 6, I think. I could Fog for a turn before they have this Abrade up. Just because if they can Abrade the Ballista the following turn if they ever hit a land to prevent me from fogging. What's my plan? Just, like, find removal? I have 5 removal spells in the deck. I also have, like, Land Mirror Crusader, Land Council's Judgments. Yeah, I think I probably actually do need to block. Oh, no. Oh, no. I actually had a plan here. What if my plan is not cast this Aether Vial, so I can actually Council's Judgment this Gurmag if we rip a land off the top? Probably. If we don't rip a land, I can just cast the Aether Vial the following turn. Aether Vial is also not super important. Oh, they can actually just wasteland my Rashad Port. That's really bad. Kind of forgot about that. We have enough time, though. This only takes us to 6 and then to 1. And they've already used 2 bolts, so... Eh, well, that's bad. Now we just hope that they don't rip a land for a long time. This game involves a lot of hoping. Oh, God, they just have Force, sure. Top deck Plow, top deck Path. Plow probably better because they have a basic island in their deck. Alright, I'll take it. We're probably dead. We're at 1 against Delver. But we're trying. Yeah, they're just like untap the 3rd land and play True Name. A braid. They could have braid. They braid the Vial though. No, they can't True Name me, but I think they have a lot of inevitability here. God, if we draw a 2nd land, we could Stoneforge to get this Battle Skull into play, maybe? Need to rip like multiple lands in a row, but... Oh, God. We're definitely not out of it. Just also not very in it. Please don't find anything. Oh no, it's True Name. Shit. God damn it. It's actually True Name too. I thought because they abraded me that they didn't have a True Name, because True Name slamming seems way better there. Jesus Christ. This has not been a very lucky league. We've not been getting lucky at all. Didn't I keep like a 4-lander? Definitely not my knight. Definitely, it happens to everybody though. I didn't have my, my knight wasn't really good yesterday either though, so we're... But I guess this is my luck catching up to me after that the week that I 15-0'd. Actually, like a little bit. Didn't even play around me on the side. Oh yeah, get him. What are we gonna get there? So I Violin, Stoneforge, get Sword. Do we draw the land? No, we don't. Cool. Unfortunate, but fun. Where's... Now that was a match that, like, actually was interesting and had a lot of play to it. We did get hosed by like a lot of rough things, getting Dread of Knighted and then like Anglered, and then that game actually managing to almost crawl back from like just getting beat up for so long. And if they didn't have that True Name, we might have actually been able to do something. Valen Stoneforge, block, Valen Recruiter, recruit like Wisp or something. Might have been able to do something, but them is the breaks. Sometimes you just don't run very hot, and then you die. And that's what happened a lot today. So what this one was... Oh yeah, this was Rug, Noble, Rug, Delver, Pile. Opponent drew a million sideboard cards. This was Storm, which... Question mark, got lucky, I guess. We did get heinously unlucky game 1, when my opponent, like, 9 life Adnosed or whatever, and got there. I don't remember what this... Oh, this is Grixis Delver, when we did just, like, savage my opponent brutally. This was Grixis, when we got just the worst Tim to Turok luck of all time. And then... This was more or less fair. We played good games of Magic. My opponent drew a little bit better than me. That last game was a little rough because we just like never ever hit a land, and if we had hit a land, we might have actually been able to do something, even beat a True Name, depending on... I don't know if we actually could have beat True Name specifically. If we had like ripped the land immediately, slam Stoneforge, next turn rip another land, put in Batterskull, I still don't even know if that beats the True Name, because I think they get to 3 lands first, and just play the True Name. I can't attack the Batterskull into it, and then they just kill me. But yeah, that's this league. Me complaining about being unlucky after like 15-0ing. Oh, I didn't record the data there. That was Grixis Delver. 28, 17. So 7-4 in that matchup. Definitely the favored, but like not hugely favored. What game did we win? In that was it game 1? Yeah, because we lost to Drebnate. So we won game 1. Lost games 2 and 3. 7-4 against Chris Delver. Favored, but like not free by any means. They're probably the scariest Delver deck if we're going Delver Blade, because it's like barely a Delver deck. They have the best tools to beat us. And True Name is definitely one of those tools that like Rug doesn't have as much, except for like the Noble Rug deck, which I imagine has a lot of True Names. True Name is just a rude card. Go home, complain about True Nemesis, the life of a Death and Taxes player. Fuck that card. Anyway, let's find someone to host. I'll play Holy Light. Holy Light's just like so narrow. I just like it would take a lot for me to want to run Holy Light. It would be like just a lot of Grixis Delvers specifically, because Holy Light eats Unflipped Delvers, Young Pyros, tokens, and True Names. It'd take a lot for me to run it over just like a third Council's Judgment or something to deal with a True Name. Notably, I think all 3 of our losses was because of True Name Nemesis at the end there. Lost game 3 to True Name here, lost game 3 to True Name here, lost game 3 to True Name there as well. I forget how our game 2s went. The game 2 loss here was probably also to True Name, but I forget game 2 loss here was not to True Name. Or game 1 loss here was not to True Name. And we didn't lose to True Name there. But at least half of the games we lost were True Name. True Name adjacent. Anyway, who's playing Legacy besides me? I know the feels. Yeah, I know the feels too. After playing like triple blue-white Stoneblade yesterday too. What is this? Where have we moved that everyone's playing True Names again? I loved it when everyone stopped playing that card. Like Grixis like sometimes sideboards that card. Or Grixis Control. Grixis Delver plays like 2 of or whatever. This is Modern Legacy. Modern Grixis Shadow Leagues, then some Legacy. Oh, we'll host Bradbury, most enraged. He's playing Modern right now, but he's the only person that's maybe playing Legacy that's online right now, so I think he's going to be playing Legacy at some point after. Oh, we got Cat. A little bit of Cat Stream at the end here. Whoa! Cat Stream. My least favorite card after Omni. It might be my least favorite card in the format. The card is just, like, very just like badly designed and not a very interesting or fun card to play with or against. Cat Stream's over. She didn't want to be on camera. Anyway. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up the stream today. Hope everybody had a fun time. I don't like it when if I don't know your name in Paper Magic, you can block it. I apologize for like the saltier streams. I don't like complaining that much, but sometimes when you get bad beats, it just like feels bad. But like that's what running cold is. Sometimes you run hot and you like 15-0 in a week, and then the next week you turn around and you like just like 2-3 a league, because that's Magic in general. Sometimes you just don't do well in a league, and that doesn't mean like the deck is bad or anything. It just means that you ran into different decks, you had a little bit different variance, and it just wasn't on your side this time. So that's just life. That's why we play Magic, right? And it's still fun. A lot of those games were still interesting. If anything, I'm like more annoyed by those Hymn to Turok than I am by True Name, because at least True Name is a card that will always do the same thing every time, whereas Hymn to Turok is just like, oh, well, I had a 50% chance of, like, I'm not going to worry about the math there, but just, like, taking all my cards that had text and leaving me with a bunch of lands, like, whatever. Not as bad as Burning Inquiry, at least. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. If you want to see more Death and Taxes content or Legacy content in general, feel free to hit the follow button, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know when I'm going live, help other people find my content. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thraben-themed subscription badge in the chat and Thalia emote. And donations, let me know if you want to see a certain Legacy deck on stream. Let me know in a donation, and I will add it to their spreadsheet. And I'll be tracking like the donations to just kind of nudge me towards directions, because I don't really know what I want to be doing in Legacy besides exploring the format. So if you want to see a specific deck, you can drive me in those directions. But primarily we'll be playing Death and Taxes. Also, my stream is cutting out really fast. My frames are dropping like mad. So we're gonna wrap this up real fast. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And go say hi to Brad Barigmos, who's currently playing Modern, but close enough. He's gonna be playing Legacy later.